we are headed out onto the spit right now. Erin's going to do some tide pooling. Look for some sea stars and sand dollars and crab, clams. What else are you going to find? Don't know. That's where we're going. So
It's a negative 3.6 is the low tide right now. It's negative 3.6.
So that's with the major full moons lately. It's a minus tide, which means the water level is actually 3.5 feet lower than actual sea level. So you can see the exposed beach. Yeah, so all of this mud bay, you can see way out in the distance, is, well, it's mud. It's beach. I wouldn't walk out there because you'd be up to your ankles or waist or more. But normally that would be covered in water. At even a low tide, it'd be covered in water, but with this minus tide, it's a lot more exposed.
Got a little crack in our windshield.
That's how you know you're a local.
Very true.
Can't drive around with the windshield that's not cracked. Will be cracked shortly.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
So there's a pretty good spot right up here to show you where all the barges and landing crafts get loaded to take fuel and product to the villages or to offload for somebody's cabin that they might be building out on a beach someplace or on an island. And to give you an idea just how low it is. So you can see that barge there is loaded up and ready to go. It's got all sorts of connexes on it, some fuel tanks on the top, and there's no water there, and normally they can float out of there full, and we're not even at the lowest part of the tide quite yet, because the Sladovia tide is at, what was it, 841?
841, 3.6, but tomorrow it's actually even lower. The next 2 days it goes down to -4 and -5.
Looks like Mickey and Wendy out there.
On the supboards?
Yep. Yesterday we came, oh, we didn't come here. We came, we went by the Deepwater dock where the ferry and Coast Guard cutter sits, and Erin took some pictures and sent it to our nephew and niece, and they wrote back, "Fake." So Mr. Rhett had the idea that sea stars were...
Turn it around. Show them what we're looking for.
Yeah, so we gotta find our way down here. Here's the issue, these get a little slippery.
Is this where we're supposed to be going?
Don't know, but we gotta get down there.
This looks really slippery.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah. this is the best approach. Oh, I guess we can go there, but
No, those are really slippery.
yeah.
Why
don't we go down?
All right, let's go find a different route.
Yeah.
So these are all the barnacles and stuff on the bottom. This is normally underwater.
Yeah, these little things here, like a little cone type.
Those are barnacles.
Well, yeah, but there's a certain name for them. It starts with the L.
Well, I'm sure there's a certain name for all this stuff. We don't.
I know, but the students were talking about it, and I knew what they were talking about once I described the shape of it.
But
I don't think this side's going to be much different, do you?
well, it's going to be this way everywhere because this is all underwater generally. You can see the water line.
So we probably need to go down and walk the beach line. Maybe like go over there and walk in this direction.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing many. From here, I'm not seeing many.
No, normally you would see something just in this area down here.
The tide pool. So where else want to go?
Well,
I mean, do you want to go beach line?
well, the only beach on this side, the only beach on this side is way on the other side of the deep water dock. So if you want to go down here, we have to go over there. If you want to go back where we were yesterday, we drive down around. Man, talk about a perfect day.
There's some stars right here. That's landscaping.
The weekend, so loads and loads of weekend warriors come down from Anchorage or north, or well, a lot of these people are from out of state even traveling.
So they're getting beginning of the
tourist season is starting. Yeah. Tourist season is starting earlier and earlier every year. Coast Guard station here. Well, it's actually not the station, it's just the dock. You can barely see the boat because the tide's so low.
The ferry?
Yeah. Well, you can't even see the Coast Guard.
Yeah. Oh, the Coast Guard.
Yeah, this is how it works.
Land's End.
Probably down fishing for a tide. Okay, get your hood up.
Yeah.
Got it. Excuse me. Combat war zone with the seagulls.
Can you take that for a minute?
So, Erin's got to fix her hair so she can get her hood over her bun. There you go.
Protective gear on.
Yeah, just a couple people fishing. Actually, not too many seagulls because the ferry is in, huh? Oops. I lost the leg. It's a real one. You can take them back by the water, give them a second chance, huh?
Careful.
The seagulls all nest here and they feast on any of the seafood that gets left behind. Seen a lot of these purple reddish colored ones, really pretty. And see, they're quite firm on pushing down here. And you can move them, and they work real well. Or when you put them in the water, then they move a little bit. Got some sand down there.
I have to find out how long they can stay out of.
Well, they'll stay out now. The tide will start coming back in shortly, and it won't take long for the water to come up to where all these starfish are up, and then they go back out to sea.
They're already going back in, but they we're all like sticking
here.
out.
They come back there. So you can see their little feet like they're real soft here. Really soft.
Mm-hmm.
And the stomach comes out of there and grabs a hold of the clams or barnacles. The barnacles? I don't think it's barnacles. Whatever it is they eat. So, put it on.
Yeah.
Go up here first, and then the feet down. And then we'll go over by the Coast Guard boat. It's a pretty good spot over there. You see that? Wow, here's some views there. Look at these. Watch your head. Wow, look at how big it is. Hold them up in front of your head so you can see how big it is. I'm seeing it. Huge. Look at that one over there. See that? Erin. See how they kind of stick to the holes and everything they need a hold of? Just look at their feet right there. So this one's probably been hanging on for a little while and just got a few little feet. They're still holding. So they're flexible, but they're not so stiff. But looking at the barnacles here. Let me see if I can get the sun to show you. So, they'll open and close. You can see them spinning out a little bit. Get them open. 7 if I go down lower. Yeah, see them spitting out there when I push them a little bit? Ooh, look at all the feet. There it's going from space. See them moving here? This is not slow motion, this is live. They're not the quickest cruise on land, but they put some in the water yesterday, and once in a while they zoom right away. Really pretty. Everyone's over there still. We put them with some friends. Let's see who's got tipped over with the tide. That one's kind of looking a little bit. Get really close at the bottom of these poles out here. You can see some in the sun. Yeah, look at all of them on the body of the poles out there. See at the bottom of the post? See how they're all attached to the bottom of the post? Look way out there, you can see some up like 2 feet up. Go up over there. Some laps down with a big bear holding on. That's what I talked about yesterday.
Yeah, go a little farther out.
Let's go over
One
that.
here.
There's another one that you should be trying to put back over. Go near there and grab a hold of that chain and pull it back, will you?
I don't think it's gonna move.
Just roll it just a little bit.
I don't think it's gonna move.
So these chains are huge, right? I don't have very big feet, but just to give you an idea, my boot is about 12 inches long, maybe a little bit over. And you can see the ring here, it's about halfway, so maybe close to 24 inches for each link. And it's like an anchor line connected up on the beach, and then it goes all the way out to, I don't know if it's under, obviously it's underneath, but I need to find out. I think it goes to where the pines are. I'm not quite sure, but there's a few of them. There's one over here, there's one here. I don't know, I gotta ask somebody. Well, you're pretty daring without that hood on.
Well, right now I feel okay. Like I look around and I don't see any white markings, so
Oh, white?
I'm
White.
my hair needs a scrubbing anyway.
You take it back this weekend then? So I say let's walk over here, have a look, and then we go around town and look for some seashells. Maybe I can do it this way. See us with the back boat. It's about 9:15, 9:30 in the morning. The sun has been up for about 6 hours or so. And it looks like the tide is coming back in a little bit. So there's people up here fishing using a technique that's called surf fishing. And basically you cast your line out with a heavy weight at low tide. It's kind of like being out on a boat, because normally the high water mark, you can see where the seaweed is right above Erin's head is where the high water mark is. So yeah, that's probably 30 feet up and how many yards out. I gotta get a photo. These things so cool how they move. Really soft. They got good grips on the ends of those.
Okay.
And then here, oh, this one's kind of soft. Oh, not one. See, very, very young, it's kind of like they don't have eyes, so this is what they use, right?
Yeah. As far as I know, I'm
yeah, on picture. Just see a little kind of, must be a sensitive.
one little spot.
And then the stomach comes out of there and grabs the shells or barnacles. What else? What do they eat?
I don't know. I have to learn more about them.
And these are really, really rough. So right here it's really stiff and hard, and these are really soft in the center part.
Yeah, so it's pretty solid. Well, yeah,
Over here it's really grippy edge. Like not necessarily spines, but kind of sort of.
It's a little picky. Yeah, like.
Let's put them closer to the water.
Yeah.
Won't have as long the way out. Well, maybe you're enjoying the sun. It's really a nice sunny day. Back up to sea.
Nice cat.
Yeah.
I don't know what you feed them.
All right. Are you walking around this way or are you jumping across? So back to surf fishing. Mostly fishing for bottom feeding fish. So halibut, they're probably after halibut, but catch a lot of flounder, which is very similar to a halibut. So we're just going to walk around the end of the spit here right now. Usually not much right here, but on the other side there's seashells. Morning. So a lot of these boats are going out fishing, but a lot of them are going to church too. Yeah, on Sunday mornings they have a church service there, and people will take their boats over. There are a few boats that are on the church bus, and they go and have a celebration, and then have a big feast afterwards. They feed everybody. Fine. Morning. Usually you don't get to walk on the sand here. It's all rocks because you're walking way up there somewhere. Erin's beach jump.
Boots feel heavy.
What they do. Well, darn, we didn't see any other colors other than mainly the purple starfish.
Yeah, orange, purple. That's okay. Next round, I could probably do maybe over by Diamond Ridge there, something with a trail.
Yeah, where we need to go is across the bay. Over there's all sorts of ins and outs, and jetties and eddies, and find all sorts of good stuff. So, I only get a bathing suit out of this one.
It's pretty intact.
Yeah. No guts.
No guts. Huh.
But it's a pretty perfect pair.
Wow. Looks like angel wings.
Yeah?
Yeah. Beautiful. That's a keeper.
Yeah, it's the Land's End Resort. And condos. Constant maintenance because we just get beat up by the weather here. We were talking yesterday about the snowpack on the mountains. Oh, it's come down dramatically. Starting to see just a little bit of green, but not quite yet. Oh, somebody's trying to hold back the tide here with some shells, and I don't know if we're having any luck with that.
There's a baby one.
Seriously? Inside there?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I haven't seen that before. This is a good sized shell.
Is this real? Like, is it real? Is it living? Look there. Did I try to open it?
I don't know, we make a nice set of earrings. Take it with you.
How do you know if it's live?
Yeah, I reckon it's alive. 'Cause it's
This
not
one?
open yet.
Huh.
This is pretty cool. This is large.
Oh. I didn't want to open it too far. Probably should rinse it out a little bit. There's the little one.
Yeah, you should grab those good sets of earrings when you get two of them the same. So here's a good example of what happens. They all go back out to sea because the water's running out there.
And this one's got the ridges in it. Here's one's the same too.
Different type.
Yeah.
Very nice set of earrings.
And there's these little baby ones. Okay. Sugar.
Cold water, huh?
Yeah. Very nice.
Good dishes.
Would be. You make a good bowl. I don't know what this part is.
What is it?
But this here is like that piece you have in the truck.
Yeah. You
Well,
get
they
it
must naturally be. Are you videotaping this?
I'm trying.
Oh. This part must be how they're like naturally, because there's the same hole in that.
Yeah. Can you get that off there without breaking it? No, not that part. The other. Just the bottom shell is all I need for. No, the bottom one, honey.
The
I want
bottom
whole
one.
Yeah, that one.
You want this off, right?
Yes, I want the one. No, I want the one. Just this one is all we need.
Oh.
This one doesn't have a hole in it. Just a.
Oh, I see. It's the top one.
There. Perfect. Maybe I can just use that as a necklace. Dangly. And I
Interesting.
can live. You never know what you're gonna get. So we're looking out. We're at the end of the spit, and we're looking out over Kachemak Bay and then actually Cook Inlet. So what we can see is we're looking out over Kachemak Bay, and then beyond Kachemak Bay is Cook Inlet, and it goes all the way up to the north towards Anchorage, Turnagain Arm, and Anchorage, and then Kachemak Arm. But in the distance, you can see the mountains. Well, we can see the mountains. I don't know if you can on the screen, but Douglas is way out there. This is Mount Augustine, active volcano. And then across there you can kind of see an image of a long mountain range. And then just on the top is Mount Iliamna, which is another volcano, but it's a long ways away from here. Very clear day. And it's finding more guides.
Pretty.
Alright, we gotta keep it moving, darling. Fence cap. Oh wow, that's cool.
What is it?
It's a shell. I just found one over there, but it's smooth. I never saw one like this before. Huh. Kind of neat. You find the right size?
Well, nipple covers.
Perfect.
Yeah, nipple covers. Nipple warmers.
Alright, let's head on up here. You good?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where they put stuff in here.
So what are you doing today, darling?
Today?
Oh, I mean after
Well,
this.
we gotta move stuff out of the freezer. And we have to sort through the trailer and get things ready to pack for summer.
Yeah, so we're heading out of here for a stretch. And we got to take care of some things back in the Midwest. So,
Midwest.
yeah, that's the Midwest part of the United States, darling. Michigan.
It's like closer to the east. Huh?
Honey, how long you been living in this country? You need a hunk of coal for your sock?
West Coast is California.
Yes. West Coast, California.
We're closer to the East Coast.
Well, very good, darling, but it's still considered the Midwest. You have the West Coast, you have the Plains, and you have the Midwestern states, and you have the Eastern states.
Yeah, but we're on an Eastern time zone.
Yes, but you think like a normal person. You didn't make the rules or the names. And actually, I'm sure all those were made a long time ago before the country was expanded as far as it is now. We gotta go this way. We're parked over here. Anyway.
Some kind of gravitational pull.
Yanking you over there.
To go exploring.
So, that's all for now.
Ciao.
I think we'll go have a coffee break. After working so hard this morning. Warm up my girlfriend. And carry on.
Praise God.
Look at all the spit rats up here.
Whoa.
Got a few tenters.
We have some friends, some rat friends.
Yeah, they're in the rat's nest. Pretty nice rat's nest though. Ciao for now.